Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about NI and visualization. You've probably heard me and many other people say that NI is the visualization function, but have you ever wondered why? If you have, then this video is definitely for you. I've actually never heard other people talk about this phenomenon, and that's why I'm extra excited to share this information with you guys today. But I do need to give a bit of background information. So you guys have definitely heard me say that eye movements are like this. So basically, this just arose from me observing Alex's eye movements. For those who don't know, Alex was my INTJ partner of this channel. The way that she described an eye and the way that she described herself, I just definitely believe that she was an eye user. And yeah, she had these eye movements. And that led me to notice that certain celebrities have these eye movements, like Audrey Plaza. But perhaps what's more important is that I noticed that certain people don't have these eye movements, like me and other celebrities. Yeah, like you've probably watched many videos of mine by now, and maybe you've never seen me do this eye movement because I edit all of these videos, so I stare at my face all day long every day. And yeah, I've never seen myself do this sort of left, right, left oscillation. Of course, what made me more sure that this eye movement is linked with an eye is that people with this eye movement often have the convergent speech pattern as well. This is something I talked about in my speech patterns video, and people who talk like that, they tend to have this sort of eye movement. But at that point, I still didn't know why. Fast forward to me researching for my book, and I actually discovered that this is a known type of eye movement, or this is potentially a known type of eye movement in the field of ophthalmology. So it is apparently a type of saccade. So saccadic eye movements are these rapid eye movements that move a large distance. So saccadic eye movements are random in their movement pattern. However, I noticed that one specific type of saccadic eye movement, REM or REM or rapid eye movement that occurs during sleep. So this type of eye movement I noticed was actually exactly like the in-eye oscillating eye movement that I described. So a lot of people probably already know, but REM or rapid eye movement is a specific phase of sleep. And interestingly, people almost always have wild, like dreamlike, the stereotypical surreal dreamlike visual imagery when they're having their rapid eye movements. So obviously, because this is happening when we're sleeping, there's not a lot of good footage of what it looks like. But actually, thanks to my patrons, they sent me this footage of REM in action while someone's eyes are closed. So yeah, it's hard to see, but you can see some of that left, right, back and forth horizontal oscillations. And also, what really set this in stone for me was complete accident. Like I was just binge watching House, and I had nothing to do with work. I was not looking for this. But there's one episode where this girl just cannot fall asleep. So then she starts doing these eye movements, rapid eye movements while her eyes are open. So she's basically sleeping with her eyes open. But I'll show the clip.
Chase? Hannah? Still with us?
What's wrong with her eyes?
Looks like REM.
What's that?
Rapid eye movements. It's what your eyes do when you're sleeping.
But she's awake.
Hannah! Hannah, can you hear me?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so you can see it's very similar. Obviously, REM is happening while you're asleep, and NI people are not just sleeping all the time. So I recognize that it's probably not the exact same thing. However, it looks extremely similar, and I feel like it is a version of that. Like the two are really connected, even if it's not the exact same thing. Like this pattern somehow triggers visualization because Like, obviously, when you're dreaming, you're not actually seeing things because your eyes are closed. There's no actual visual information, so you're just imagining, basically. You're visually imagining. And I think that's what NI is like. So I think it makes a lot of sense that NI would be related to REM because I guess NI is a very subconscious process. I don't have NI, so I'm going off of definitions and other people who I've typed as I hear them describe their use of NI. And yeah, it's often described as this subconscious function, like kind of like a eureka moment. It's not conscious thought. And that's definitely how I think of dreams. So scientists don't really know why we dream, but there's a lot of speculations, and one of them I think is to subconsciously solve conscious problems, I guess. Or yeah, if something is bothering you, or if you have a problem in life and you're consciously trying to solve it for a long time, you might dream about it. And it might not solve the problem, or you might not know how it solves the problem, but it's a way of subconsciously or intuitively problem solving. So yeah, I think for NI, a lot of times people have these big ideas or realizations and they don't know where it came from. So I think that's very similar to my experience of a dream. Yeah, I just wake up with this feeling. So I get the big picture, or I get the general gist or feeling, but I don't remember exactly what happened in the dream. Like, I can't tell you A to B to C to D, the plot progression, exactly what happened in the dream. And sometimes I don't remember all the finer details, but I just know, like, yeah. And I think that's how NI is. People just get these big realizations without really knowing procedurally how sequentially how they came upon that. It's just kind of all at once. Yeah, like all at once a realization is had. So yeah, that's about it. It's speculative, but there's some scientific background, even though it is speculative. I've done a lot of experiments on NI users, and it's really interesting because when I group all these people together, the people with a lot of these types of eye movements, and I do word association exercises with them, they tend to answer things in a very particular way in contrast to other people. So I'll definitely make a video on that in the future as well. Yeah, and if you'd like to learn more, there's a lot of background information in my book, Empirical Personality. If you'd like to see dozens more examples, I have that on my course. This is definitely one of the most interesting things about Jungian theory to me, because so it's not just NI, it's the other three perceiving functions, SE, SI, and E. They all have their own corresponding eye movements, and they all have some sort of scientific background or explanation. So I made the whole eye movements background section a free preview on my course. So yeah, you can go to my website, go to Learn to Type, and yeah, I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, you can see this whole section for free. Do let me know what you think in the comments below, especially if you're an NI user. Describe your use of NI. Other people, you can describe, how it feels like when you dream, if you do have visual dreams. Some people don't even have visual dreams, like Alan, for some reason. He says he doesn't have any dreams that he can remember. Oh, I know everyone has dreams, but not everyone can remember their dreams. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.